And we live, baby. Here we go. Man, let's wait till some people start coming in the room.
En vivo.
En vivo. Yo, it's, you saying en vivo right now. I was watching the old shows that we did.
Yeah.
And I was laughing because there's so many people that are sort of like interconnected in a way.
Yeah.
Like either through occupation or relation or just like same circles. I was like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like 2 degrees. Yeah, but more like 2.
Right.
I was like, oh shit. But yeah, man, it's crazy how like everybody is like very, not too far from each other, right? Bugged out.
Yeah. It's like somebody knows somebody and this person. I get that. Yo, how you know this person? Like
my cousin.
Parties or ball or whatever.
Some social shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, salute to the regular schmegular. Yo, dude, I feel like I have to send this woman something because she's the A1 day one, Angelica Reyes. She's been
Facts.
What? A1 day one.
Salute. I'm gonna send her a barbecue kit. I see you barbecuing, Angelica.
Yeah, salute to Angelica Reyes and Mr. Johnny Chavez. We see you. Yo, you know who Johnny is?
Yeah.
Okay.
From 4th Avenue, right? 60.
Yeah. 63rd, I believe it is. Yeah. It's crazy how a lot of people just started like popping up.
Yeah.
Like, since the show started.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's dope. Lot going on, bro. Lot going on. But yeah. I think we're gonna have a little fun tonight. We're gonna throw out random topics. Chop it up, catch everybody up on what's going on, and have a good time, have some interesting convo, get into some fucking heated debates over here, and have a good time, brother. Let's see. All right, you know what? Let's run the track.
Run the Trizak.
Let's go. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Mr. A, with my partner,
Sally Sassong in the building. Got my straw so you don't hear the click clack no more.
You can hear that shit. What are you talking about? I did the same thing last week. I was like, really? I'm like, what the?
Yeah, no, that's why I'm gonna just stick to my manly, straight to the. Whoa, wait.
Pause.
Stop. Pause. Hold on. Time out.
Wait, you get your theme for that. Hold up.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Reviewing the videos, I'm like, you can hear like every little ice cube banging into the cups. It's crazy. And this
is got the sisters in the room, both my sisters.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Cookie and Millie.
Oh shit. Big up to the sisters, the big sisters in the room tonight. This is the set 6145, and this is the mid-week chop up. Today we discuss random topics, current events, sports, and whatever comes up.
Bochinche.
So, we're gonna shoot from the hip. Who knows? If we get through everything, maybe we'll open up the phone line. Somebody want to chime in, somebody want to, voice their opinion. We'll take a call. So yeah, salute to our guy, Mr. Calvin Kearns, all the way down in Florida. We see you, my brother. Man. All right. So let's start with the first one. It's this whole year has been just shit, right? So little by little, people have been, getting hit with the Rona and all sorts of crazy shit that's going on. But, this one's a little different. As everybody knows, Sully was fortunate enough to overcome COVID. And now our brother at the Bree Shooters, Mr. Chris Soto, we found out today that he has been stricken with COVID. So we just want to say get well. And everybody send Chris Soto and the Bree Shooters crew good energy and love. And, we rooting for you, Chris. Get well. We need your funny. Excuse me. We need you to come back and, mess with Lou and entertain us as you've been doing. You know?
Yes, sir. Get well soon, Chris. I didn't get to speak to you. Lou relayed the message, but our thoughts and prayers are with you. Sam, you want me to call you after the show, or you want to call? I mean, what's the deal? You want to call in? We'll put the number up later if you want to call in here. But Sammy Torres on the check-in.
All right. Salute, Mr. Torres. Yeah, if you want, I'll put the number up. But get well to our brother, Mr. Chris Soto. We see you, boy. Get well soon, and we'll talk. Man.
My man Freddie, sorry, Mr. A, my man Freddie Marmol out in Florida checking in. What's good, brother?
Oof. Damn, hold up. Let me give a little.
Florida's heavy. Florida's heavy with us. They run deep. The set runs deep with Florida.
You know what it is,
y'all better put us in the fucking cribs when we get out there. We need
for real, right?
Tengo un cuartito aquí.
All right. Mr. Samuel Torres is saying he's going to call in. You going to call in, Sam? I'm going to flash the number right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is strictly for Mr. Samuel Torres right now. I'm going to flash the number. Sam, that's all you. There's the number, 973-765-6247. Just call in. We'll take your call. All right? Yeah, we see you out there, boy. I seen you on that room too. Be careful on that, man. Them people out in Florida, they be driving like reckless. And they love, you can still buy wine at like 8 a.m. out in Florida.
Florida just been the wild, like Sodom and Gomorrah shit, like nonstop. Like they haven't stopped. Like Corona, whatever.
You know what I think about? That story that we talked about. When homeboy went through the drive-thru and threw the alligator into the window.
Yeah.
He fucked his food up. Wow. Who the fuck does that? That's fucking berserk.
People awesome.
Mr. Torres, we're waiting on you, brother. If you didn't get the number, let me know. I'll flash it up again. But we see everybody in the room. We're glad you're here. We're going to take Mr. Torres' call, and then we're going to keep it pushing with the show. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. Yeah, Cleveland is funny status all the way around. I got family out in Ohio. Yeah, they out there. So, we know about that spot too. I catch Rev when I can. Yeah, they do. You got to be careful. He said he got the wrong number. All right, let's try again, Mr. Torres.
973 765. There it is.
For real.
973-765-6247.
There you go.
You got it, man, or what?
Let's go. You got this stuff? Mr. Paul Lopez. Big P, we see you, brother. What's going on? There it is. So I'm going to click that out.
He's like 6145973. Damn, I fucked it up.
1-800. Yeah. Trying to put it together too quick. But it's crazy because out in Florida, my brother-in-law, he must have gotten into like at least four motorcycle accidents easily. And he still rides on top of that.
No way I'm riding a motorcycle in Florida.
No?
Hell no. The cars is bad enough, bro. They fucking shaking your shit when you drive. Nah, hell no. I ain't driving no motorcycle out there.
And you want to know what's crazy about that? In Florida, and it makes sense because it's Florida, no helmet rule.
Yeah.
Like, let's just all do it. Like,
and then you get stuck on a motorcycle. You're going to get stuck in the wrong spot. Fucking gators. The gators.
It's a beautiful thing because out in Florida, the roads are like glass.
Mm-hmm.
So when you riding, it's like, oh, this is, I could see how somebody could be hyped up living there a few years and being like, I'm jumping on the bike. I'm, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't want none of that smoke. That's crazy. All right, we're gonna wait for Mr. Torres to come in.
He's waiting for 8 o'clock. His calls are free after 8. Come on, Sam. What the fuck?
You got the evening time.
Remember that shit back in the day? I'll call you after 7.
Yeah.
Don't call me. What are you doing?
Don't fuck up my minutes, B. Yo, believe it or not, there's people still on it like that.
I believe it.
It sounds crazy, but it's life. We want to give a salute to Mr. Julian Thundercat Answer. Mr. Take No Days Off is headed to Arizona, representing Staten Island Muay Thai, now known as Legion Muay Thai. And this young man has been putting in work. I have to say over the last 3 to 4 years that I've seen him and known him. He was on Mighty Healthy 3, I believe. Great brother, focused. He loves the sport, and we wishing him luck. All right, hold
Best
up. I
of
think
luck,
this is
brother.
Sam.
Yeah, we got to talk about that UFC the other night, man.
Just send a voicemail.
Oh, we're gonna get that.
Mm-hmm.
Good evening, Sam. Is this you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there he goes. All right.
Sam
What
No
up, Mr.
Graham.
Torres? Sam No Graham. What's good?
What's up? All the stable stuff to the fellas. Salute y'all on your podcast and congratulate y'all first of all because you guys are doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Trevor,
you.
you owe me a sandwich, ham and cheese, lettuce, tomato, salt, pepper, oil, and vinegar from Brooklyn.
Chopped cheese.
So understand that.
Damn.
Understand that. Also,
Mm-hmm.
from the offices of the fashion world, you guys are always welcome to the show over at the Who Style and Who show
Oh yeah.
when you guys are ready.
Oh.
So the invitation is open. We will have you guys as you had us, and we'll have a ball with it.
For sure. Let me give you one of these for that, Sam. Ladies and gentlemen.
And
Go ahead.
and you guys like Kelly said, you guys are pretty popular in Florida.
Mm.
When you guys go to Miami, like I want an invite.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah, where
go.
Willie's?
Yeah.
Kalia's paying.
Really?
Oh shit, my shit fell out.
Kalia's paying for the first. Kalia paid for the first round. I got the next one. It's all good.
Yo, hold on, put me a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you in the green room. So go ahead. Yo, Sam, but you really, brother, I gotta salute you and thank you, man. You as well as quite a few other people that are close to us have been instrumental in giving us work, so to speak. So salute to you, brother. You already know what it is over here, and we appreciate it for real.
Yes.
Yeah, Kalia was a great guest. She gave us a great interview. It was really fun. It was dope. We had a good time with her. We're definitely coming over to Who Style and Who, for real.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yes, it's gonna be a good time over there. Like I promise you that.
Wonderful.
Sam, I'm a blank page. I want to be a blank sheet. I'm gonna just go there. Y'all gonna have to dress me. I might just go in a fucking robe.
a leopard print robe.
Yeah.
Woo!
Well, yo, that's very fashionable if you do so.
Listen.
If you ask me,
Listen. We don't do that around here. We don't.
just show up in a robe.
Nah.
It don't get no better than that.
It would have to be like some like Ghostface Killer type robe, like one of them joints. Then we good money. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yeah.
Selling
We'll
in a
put
robe.
we'll put the 29ers emblem on it. We'll call it a day.
Wow.
I'm gonna take Rick Rose's from Street Fair. I'm gonna take Rick Rose's robe.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our brother, Mr. Samuel Torres, aka Sam No Graham.
Thanks, Sam.
You guys have a great show, man. And again, I love you guys. I completely appreciate everything you guys are doing for the people, man. You guys are doing an awesome job.
We appreciate you,
And Mike,
Sam.
Good, bro.
Thank you so
Good,
much.
brother.
keep pushing.
All right.
I salute.
Peace.
All right, brother. Love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? You got to support one another. You got to show each other love where you can.
Reciprocate.
don't?
Reciprocate that love.
There you go. Reciprocate. That's the word of the day. Reciprocate. Ephraim Avila says a speedo.
I don't know. I'm not, not speedo ready yet.
Yeah, we not speedo ready. That's not a good look right now.
Keto speedo.
Speaking of speedo, Selly, UFC. So
Yo.
let me give two. I'll make two comments and then you could take over because I had to go to bed. But Thug Rose put in work. I heard. I saw the replay of Usman and my boy from Cuba. I just, for me, he was overconfident. He looked past Usman and he paid for it.
He said
That's
it though.
my take.
He said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it. He said He said the first fight and when he had like the no camp and they fought, he was like he hit like a bitch, like he wasn't like he didn't feel nothing, so he slept on it. And he just put him to sleep now for good. He's like he slept on it and he got put to sleep. And he was like, he took it for granted.
So the first Usman Masvidal fight, Masvidal didn't go to camp.
6 days.
What?
He took the fight on 6 days, which he probably did better because he all Usman did was just wrestle him. He tied him out, so he kind of felt he's gonna wrestle me again. And nah, brother. Usman? And I'm not an Usman fan. I'm always like, oh, this guy, but rest in peace, Blanco. Gus was like, yo, bro, he's gonna wash him the second fight, and I was like, nah, and he did. I thought of him that night. I was like, wow, Gus, you was right,
Wow.
But
yeah. See, this is the thing. Sorry to cut you off, but lot of people have that sort of train of thought that Usman is like, I don't know if it's so much that he's boring or he doesn't have the power. Where I've seen him fight, and I'm like, are you guys kidding me? Like, didn't he break this guy's jaw? Colby Covington?
Yeah, they're gonna fight again.
He's gonna hurt that dude.
The thing with Usman is, me now watching as a novice fan, he getting better. He's getting better like every time, and I'm like, damn, this guy's the champ already. He's getting better. But that Jorge fight was not like no way. I was like, no way he knocks him out. Like nobody thought that he's gonna be like he's gonna wrestle him, and
yeah. And Masvidal has the more experienced hands, the more striking.
Bro, like he's been doing it since he's 18, 17.
Yeah. So you would think, that experience would translate into the ring, man. But the way he pulled it off was amazing. Went through his guard with the left, and once he dropped it,
did a little slap, and then he just, it was magical. It was definitely. But I almost didn't get to that part, man. There's the 2 leg injuries early in the night. I was like,
there was
two, bro.
I saw one.
Now, one of them, the first fight, homeboy, when you get the dead leg, he got kicked in the back of the leg, and with the dead leg, like he took a step back, and his leg was he was like breaking his own ankle, like in basketball, like but breaking his own shit, like moving back, couldn't walk, ankle kept turning. It was the end of the round. Came back out, like, let's go. Dude, homeboy was ready to fight. Nah. His leg was like, papi, siéntate. Tranquilo, papá. Yo, that shit was like. And then the other fight was the
leg kick, and he blocked it, and it just
homeboy that it happened with Silva. Silva broke his leg on him, and he broke his foot now the same way.
Yo, horrible. My injury. That right there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was disgusting, bro. I said if one more leg injury happens, I'm shutting this shit off. I can't watch this.
Oh, but that's crazy because you saw it in real time.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't watch the replay. When they were like, "Here's the replay, turn it away." I'm like, I'm turning away. Dude, I don't want to see this shit.
I saw that one. The cat that fought the spider. That cat, when he broke his leg, I saw the replay. 4K, bro. Super slow mo. Yo, it was
Weidman, Chris Weidman.
Yeah. Wow. Disgusting. Like nauseating.
Yeah.
Right? All right, let's not talk about that.
Yeah. Doug Rose. Yeah, that was dope. Doug Rose.
She's the truth.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. That Wei Zhang, then she didn't know where she was at. She thought she was she knocked into next week. She didn't know what was going on.
Did it go to full 3?
Nah, it was first round. Drugged her.
Really?
Yeah, she was like hitting them, like like they was moving around. She did a little fake, like she thought she was gonna go with the to the leg kick. Caught in the head. Bang.
Oof.
Good night, Rabbit.
She's strong. That girl's strong, yo. She doesn't look like much, but she's fucking strong, bro. Like
she got heart, man, and it's almost like some of them girls, I'm like, man, they're so like some of them are pretty, and I'm like, damn, like they're killing each other, like you fucking up your grill, like you know what I'm saying, like what the fuck? Doug Rose, she got heart though.
She looks like a fighter. Like you look in the grill and you're like, yeah, this.
It's funny because she was in the corner and like they were talking. She's like, I'm the best, like to herself, I'm the best, and then
psyching herself up.
This guy, Joe Rogan, asked her like, you were saying she was like, you were saying you were the best before the fight. She was like, I am the best, like self motivation.
Was Joe Rogan crying at the fight? I
He
heard
cried with like supposedly cried in the interview. I didn't really notice that, but
yeah, but I caught a little piece of that. She was emotional and shit.
yeah.
After that, I was like, yeah, man, you gotta believe that.
Steve Alonso and his crew was doing that. Shout out to Steve and them. They was doing the security.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Well, yeah, Mr. A was Mr. out of commission this weekend, man. So I had, I went to sleep, whatever. That injury, like, we'll talk about that shit later.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next topic. This shit just doesn't stop. Like, it just, for me, and I'm sure for you, it just doesn't stop. We lost another one, and it's crazy because people talk about Shock G and they immediately think Humpty, right? He had the Humpty dance.
Right.
But that Digital Underground first album, musically is crazy. They weren't just rappers. They were like musicians. They were like, sort of like Stetsasonic to a degree, where they played and wrote songs, and it's super talented.
Like Roots, kind of.
Yeah, but like a funk Roots.
Right.
You know what I mean? That album that they did, man, truly, truly underrated. A lot of people liked it, and
they had Tupac under the wing. They they had Tupac with them, like doing that. I Get Around and all that shit with them.
He did Same Song was the first joint that he came out on with them, and he was the background dancer, and then he through that's what channeled his whole deal. But it's crazy because again, this is somebody who's part of a pioneering group. He's the one who basically broke Tupac. Pause. But it's a shame. Dude was young, super young.
Yeah, man.
50, 57. That's cool. Come on.
Yeah, man.
It seems like every other day.
It's like 57. Mommy passed at 59. You know what I mean? It's like you don't realize like that's not that old.
Bro, mommy passed at 50. That's you still got that's midlife. Boom, you're ready to get into cruise control and be like, what's gonna come next. But man, just sad, man. A lot of people dying young.
I saw the video the other day with Shock G, and he was talking about how certain rappers what they did, like how Tupac was like more like Martin and Malcolm, and he spoke that, and he talking about Biggie, how he was like a musician and this and that, and it's like crazy because in the documentary, the guy, they say that he learned from a jazz musician on the block how to do his flow. So I was like, wow, he hit it spot on with Biggie.
Wow. It's crazy because you think things about certain people, and it only starts to come out after the fact.
Yeah, man.
Like a lot of the times me and you've been talking about certain topics and like, yo, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Like this, like these little tidbits and nuggets that we really don't get to hear about because of the image.
That's why you got to give people their roses, man. Give them their roses while they're here. Everybody's talking about it. They got to do it.
That's for real. Do the Humpty Hump. What's that? So, see, listen. One of the most prolifically sound talents in that time. It's true. The dude was super talented. For real. All right. Let's get on to this. This is a little more sticky. So, there's this whole thing going on. I feel like ever since Trump got elected, this whole, everything is about politics, and everybody's opinion collides with everybody else. And people don't know how to talk to each other. But I somehow feel, because I think to me it's more obvious. People may see it differently. Everybody's always told how to protest or how you should protest. And it's like, it doesn't make a difference because no matter what, whenever you protest, somebody's going to bitch and beef about how you're doing it. To me, it's like you're doing something to make a statement. And the larger the platform, the better.
Oh, when you driving that bus and motherfuckers just knock the streets down, you complain, you're like, these motherfuckers do this shit all the time. That shit happens.
Well, listen, they were doing that in a lot of states, hitting the streets and the highways. And it was getting really ugly out there. But, it just, people lose sight of what the important part of this whole thing is. And I think that also feeds the problem. because people aren't being honest about who they are. That's what I think. So,
well, people don't like protest. Period. They don't want. They don't want to feel like they're gonna lose their power anyway. So, I mean, Colin Kaepernick, they didn't like where he protested. Then they, they didn't like other people's protests. So, what should we do? You should tell us how you want to protest.
Well, forget about that. How about you guys just do what you need to do to change the shit? Because it seems like you guys have all the power. It seems like you guys, can pick up the phone and call the fucking city councilman or the mayor because your cousin's uncle's daughter's fucking his son. Or you understand? So why don't you guys step in? You guys know how to do everything right. Lead the way. We're American citizens, right?
Listen, man, I worked in the hospital 14 years at Maimonides. Ain't nobody got more pull than the Hasidic Jews over there. Ain't nobody. I'm telling you, they had police on rabbis, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he's sick, and they got a cop there. Like, what? Like, I'm telling you, the shit I seen in there, I was like, damn, they got juice.
Own schools, own police. When they go to court, it is not our court. It's under their religious laws.
I seen motherfucker have an accident. They come. Nah, it's his fault. This, that, like switching shit up on the scene. And I seen the Hasidic Jews like, yo, you guys should be ashamed of yourselves to the face. Like, I was like, wow. Yeah, what? Man. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But they got the juice.
Political power. Clout. All right. Let's leave them alone. We don't want no smoke with the community.
No. I love them. Honestly. Howard Stravinsky, the best lawyer around.
It's nothing against them personally. We're pointing to the fact that community has pull.
And they stay together.
Yeah, and they stay together, So, all right, back to the protests. So, evidently, your man, your homeboy, Mr. Brett Favre, decided that he wanted to voice his opinion. And let's just hear what he has to say. Let's not, I don't want to interpret it. I don't want anybody to misunderstand or get it misconstrued, as they say. Let's hear what he has to say.
Are you surprised to see sports in general becoming this political?
Yeah, and I think both sides, for the most part, want to see it just remain about the sport, not about politics. At least that's my interpretation. I know when I turn on a game, I want to watch a game. I want to watch players play and teams win, lose, come from behind. I want to watch all the important parts to the game, not what's going on outside of the game. And I think way.
You were always known as a big.
I'm going to stop it right there for a second. Let me stop this shit. What do you think about what he's saying there, so? Because I don't want to misinterpret what do you think he's trying to say there?
Well, okay. This is me. I don't know what Brett is exactly trying to say, but me personally, the only reason why I feel this politics in the sport, like people showing kneeling, it's because the TV shows it, the network. If I'm home watching the game, I would never know if a motherfucker was kneeling for the flag or anything if they didn't show it and tell me, oh, this guy's kneeling for the flag. So people have their rights. It's the United States of America, right? So we have the right. We're not flag burning. We're not doing that. You want to kneel? You feel a certain way? Fine. There was a thing on Snowfall. I don't know if you should watch Snowfall this season. Where he didn't want his son to stand for national anthem. Is that me or you? One of us.
Hello?
Yo.
Yeah. I don't know what the
your
fuck
face is frozen. You're frozen.
I'm frozen now still?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay. All right. The TV didn't show it. That's where you was at.
Yeah, the TV. Like if the TV didn't show it, I would never know.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're freezing us because we're talking about this. You know that.
They're taking us down.
Big Brother's watching. No, I'm saying if the TV didn't show it, I would never know where the guy was kneeling a lot. This is the United States of America. If you want to kneel, kneel. We're not burning flags. We're not doing none of that. It's a protest. Like I said, if you watch Snowfall the other day, they had an episode with, the father's he's a Black Panther. And he was, and they were like, we had an issue with your son. And he's like, what happened? He's like, he didn't want to, stand up for stand for the national anthem in the morning. And he was like, that's what you called me in here for? He's like, I don't want him doing it for this racist ass. So it was like an episode on, the beginning of that. And I was like, wow. I'm like, this is crazy that they're addressing this. But again, me personally, like if they never showed it, I would never know. I wouldn't know whether somebody was standing or kneeling or farting during the national anthem.
So, okay. So I guess what I'm hearing from you is more of the media is using this, like making this an issue for us, so to speak.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying it's not an issue.
No.
But they're putting it they're putting it out there.
They're putting it in front of everybody's face. Mm-hmm. All right. So me listening to Brett, it makes me think like I don't even think he understands what he's saying. And I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt by saying that. Mm-hmm. Because let's go back 40, 50 years.
Out of here.
Straight to the dome. Pause. Let's go back 40, 50 years. Right? Let's say the players started doing what Kaepernick is doing now, what a lot of people are doing now, right? Protesting on the field. People who would say we don't want to know what's going on outside, we want to play ball, is like, bro, 3/4 of your team, the guys who defend you, which literally that in every sense of the word, they defend you. Your whole defensive line, right? Your receivers, 89 of the 90 touchdowns you've thrown to people of color. The offensive line, men of color. Mm-hmm. Could you go into the locker room and tell them, yeah, I know your mother just got strung up and your sister got raped and your father got put on train tracks, but I really don't want to talk about that. I want to play football. And I'm taking it to that extreme because, like I said, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. He's basically saying, yo, I don't care what y'all going through. I don't want to know about it. I don't care. And to boot, he's from Mississippi, born and raised.
Yeah, Kiln.
What is it called?
Kiln. Kiln. Kiln.
I mean,
kill niggers.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, you've been a Green Bay dude forever. I've always liked Brett Favre as a team leader. He's had a phenomenal career. But when you boil it down, he also has a podcast where he has a political commentator himself talking about, everyday shit. Yeah. And he's a Trump voter. And he tweeted about Trump and this and that and blah. And it's like, bro, you're contradicting yourself.
Right.
Or you're making an ass of yourself because look what you're doing. And then you're saying, I don't want to, come on. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's just, those politics, I understand. Like, it's, first of all, it's not, like, it's not you, bro. You shouldn't be saying it, as a Blanquito, you don't have, like, you shouldn't speak on that. But they, like I said, the media shows it and they push that button and, they were part of that division a lot. You know what I mean? Like, again, even if you're at the stadium, you might not even notice. Mm-hmm. And some people do. They boo, they don't. You know what I mean? You're here, you want to stand up, you stand up. You don't. I feel this, I mean, I lost a friend that we grew up with. He don't talk to me no more because of it. And I said, if that's what Kaepernick wants to do, that's what you guys go fight for. Oh, fuck that. All right, then I guess we can't have opinions. Huh?
He don't talk to both of us.
No, oh well.
And it's crazy.
And I still sleep good at night.
Oh, like a baby. I think it's crazy because like I said, the last time we had a chop up and we were talking about some serious heavy shit, people got to understand that we got to be able to fucking debate, argue even, and still come out like grown fucking adults and not be like, oh, fuck you,
What's the solution? I made a post the other day. I was like, fuck LeBron James, but I was like, fuck Candace Owens too.
Mhm.
And that's you know what I mean? What's the solution? Have a solution instead of you guys are just creating more division.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Let's sit down. You know what I mean? Talk about Chicago, black on black crime and shit like that too. Don't just address it when it fits the narrative. You got to do it all the time.
But see, that's the thing too. So, like, I'm glad you said that. There's no black on black crime.
How's that?
Easy. There's just crime.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the point.
Mm-hmm.
Black on black crime, like you said, is a narrative. Because when you look at white crime, and these are statistics from the FBI. This isn't me pulling numbers out of my ass. 87% of all white people kill other white people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about I have a predisposition to violence, and I'm an imminent threat.
Well, the reason I say black on black crime is because of the Chicago area where it's
right.
Majority is black on black crime there.
Right. So then when you go to Florida, or you go to Missouri, or you go to Arizona, who's killing who? It's about proximity. Black people in Chicago that live on the outskirts of the city, because the city is where all the money is.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand, firsthand account, you can't throw garbage on the floor in the city. You get a ticket. So they they keep everybody out. Everybody without money is outside the city. So who you live next to? If you're not in the upper echelon, you don't live in the city, you live on the outskirts. Right. And if you're, gang life is prevalent, you kill who's close to you. You ain't going like people from LA.
So only white people live in the city in Chicago?
The majority of people who live in the city are white people. Right. Of course you're going to have, a small, minute portion of the population that lives in the outskirts that might be white. You'd probably be hard pressed to find a large number of white people, but the majority are black and brown, right? So like if you go to Beverly Hills, majority, predominantly or exclusively white people, right? But people who live in LA don't go to Beverly Hills to kill people. You kill who's close to you. Crime is about proximity. Chances are, if I live on 61st Street, the chances of me getting into some shit with somebody that lives from 61st all the way to 39th is pretty good, because that's my proximity. That's where I'm always around, right? So that's why I'm telling you there's no such thing as black on black crime. That's a narrative to make everybody go, you see, they're fucking savages. And people instantly always talk about, oh, but what about Chicago? Listen, that's like saying the crack era. Remember the crack era?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these fucking people, they're fucking crack smoking, lazy, baby make, whatever. What happened when we had the opioid crisis? First of all, it was called the crisis. Right. And there was all these commercials. Oh, we got to help them. They're sick. That didn't handle it like that for us. They fucking was like, yeah, look at these people. They deserve to be thrown in jail and treated like shit.
Well, that like going into the topic of the 13-year-old girl, right? I want to segue to that. The one that the police officer shot her, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's an unfortunate situation for both sides. She went through the system as far as like foster care and all that stuff. So that's an emotionally disturbed person already. You know what I mean? So I like
trauma, like dealing with trauma.
Yeah, we call them EDPs as polices, and in the hospital, it's emotionally disturbed person. That's what EDP is. And going through that foster care and stuff like that, bouncing around, you don't know. I think that when we talk about police work, like people want to knock the cops, I think that's a big issue that we have to fix. Dealing with emotionally disturbed persons and not murdering them or killing them first and trying to fix, help, get them help. That was a tough situation because the girls with the knife took the knife off the other girl, right? Like they came to her crib. Yeah. They came to jump her or whatever. She's been dealing with them. So but then the people in her house were encouraging, like, yo, fight and do this. So it's just a bad situation, and there's no winner there. You know what I mean? There's no winner there, because the person that the cops say, killed the girl, and now the cop, whoever that person's family's like, thank you. And then, this other family suffering. So, like, I just feel like emotionally disturbed people, like, that's just a big problem. Like, how many times, like, I saw the lady with the autism kid and they end up smoking him. And it's just like, that's one thing I say police need some help with as far as finance, funding and getting more training on.
It's real. And I'm glad you brought that up. That's something that, recently we've been talking a lot about mental illness, right? I think that there's been a few cases where people who are, emotionally disturbed, right, as you stated, and people with mental illness have come into contact with police. They usually end up getting killed. And the crazy part is that they, sometimes they know these people. Sometimes the cops know that they're mentally ill. And it doesn't change the outcome, and it's sad. As far as the situation in Ohio, that whole situation is a mess, because
There's no winner.
There's definitely no winner. But what should be looked at is how police handle situations, right? There was a grown man in that situation that basically kicked some female in the head. Like, he didn't even try to tase that dude or nothing. He just, all right, he got kicked in the head. Oh shit, a knife. Bam, bam, bam. All right, cool. There was another incident about 2 weeks ago that I saw where this black cop was trying to arrest this young white kid in the park. And he's like, listen, for your safety and mine, I don't want you to run. I'm going to put you in handcuffs. And he took his right arm, and the kid pulled out a knife with his left arm and, caught him in the neck and took off running.
Right.
Cops chasing him, pulls his gun out. He's like, freeze. You better stop running. The kid's still running. He puts his gun back, reaches across his body as he's running, pulls out the taser, and bomb, kid goes down. Tase. I think we as a people have been seeing this all too often, where cops deal with people who look like us and, feared for my life or whatever. And I know we're not on the job, but we're seeing it play out too much. Now, just imagine this, and I'm not going to run with it no more. If we don't have body cams, cell phone cameras, what stories do they sell us? Would they even? You know what I mean? It's crazy.
They still, like I said, that dude with the Gutierrez dude, he was still lying on the camera, like, yo, this ain't gonna be good for you. Don't report it. Like, what's wrong with you, guy? Like, you're on the body cam.
Yo, dude, arrogance, brother. That's what you call, like, blatant, outright arrogance. And again, if he didn't have a body cam and that dude doesn't have a cell phone camera, who do you think comes out on top?
Yeah.
The cops are like, yo, I told him not to. And, we had to pepper spray him. We had to beat him. We had to, do all this shit to him. But he's a soldier. You got to listen.
I remember we used to go to those. We used to take those fucking trips from the cops come get us to do the lineups for fucking White Castles and shit. Like, meanwhile, we could end up like the Central Park Fire with some bullshit back then.
One of the dudes from
my mom flipped when she found out we went down.
Yo, one of the older cats from my block, they did that to him. They almost put a body on him. Like, nah, I am so good. Yeah. It's crazy because I'm like, let's move on to something lighthearted. All right, cool. I got a story. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just joined us, I'm your host, Mr. A, with my partner.
Sally Sasson in the building.
And this is the set 6145. This is the midweek chop up where we're going over random subjects, current events, sports, and whatever comes up. So yeah, let's move on to something a little more lighthearted. So this is a feel good story. I think, having this sports is everything, right? But when you get a sport in your school that you really love to play, it's pretty dope. It's something to be excited about. So evidently, a student that was going to attend Howard University, you know, he was excited about going, but he loves golf, but there's no golf program. And he convinced Steph Curry to fund it, and it worked.
Yeah, actually, Steph Curry was at he was at you know, like a public speaking thing at Howard, and it ended, and he started like collaborate, you know, like talking to people, and the guy was Otis Ferguson, I think his name was, right?
Yeah,
he was in the front row, and he said, Steph, can I get around? Let's get around. And this thing, he's like, oh, I'm in a rush, whatever. And then he started talking to him about his proposal, and this and that. And Steph was like, "Here, take my email." Like, chopped it up with him, gave him the email, and then he started the legwork. And then I think one day he was going, and the you know, whoever the guy that runs Howard came to Otis and was like, "Yo, what are you doing Friday?" And he's like, "Oh, I got this class, I got that, I got this." He's like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to come with me." He's like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Steph Curry's funding the golf program." So yeah, he did it for 5 years, men and women.
Wow. So he funded the whole program for 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
That's big, man.
Yeah, salute.
You know, Steph Curry's a great ball player. But when you see shit like this, you know, this speaks volumes to his character, you know. Now, as far as his wife's concerned, Steph Curry's a great dude. This is a big thing, a great move. And more athletes should step up and do things like this, man.
No, for sure.
You know, they should take care of these schools. The HBCUs have long-standing histories of producing great humanitarians and people who have done things, you know, groundbreaking things. So, you know,
some of these college athletes are going to HBCUs now. They're not going to like the Dukes and the North Carolinas. They're starting to decide, you know what, I'm gonna just go over there.
Yep. So, they're like, yo, you don't want to come to our colleges? We're going to make you come because we're going to have the talent. And it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes a whole lot of sense. And that leads to a lot of money, too, for the school.
It's funny because my boy, I didn't think about this, but he was like, yo, you don't find it funny? Like, there was no, not a lot of, no fans, no money, a lot of funding, you know, towards these colleges. And Duke and like North Carolina, like certain teams, like they sucked. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, I didn't think about that. You know what I mean?
Wild money. Wild money. And you know what's even crazier? You went through this, so the players don't get shit. I know they're supposed to start changing now, like they're pushing for the change, but
they get certain guys get under the table shit.
Yeah.
Because when I was in New Mexico, my man
past the statutes of limitations. Don't worry.
Is it we're good? I remember playing like Bill Frieda in front of Bill Frieda and guys like that, and my man Lenny Holly, they gave him like a truck and some other shit to go to school in Arizona State. So
they gave him a truck,
like a truck, a scholarship for his best friend and his girl, some shit like that. Like
what?
This was years ago.
You gotta love it.
So, and he was like not like on the level of those guys, like you know that came like like a Zion. I mean, but they're under the microscope too. They got to watch, what they
for sure. That's got to be tough. Even if you're a starter that is averaging 6, 8, 10 points a game, you still you're under pressure. You got to fucking do your schoolwork. You know what I mean? There's a lot of pressure on you, and you got to perform. It's crazy. Those guys deserve.
Yeah, but God, college is different, bro. That shit is a whole different.
You on how it really works.
I fucking taking basket weaving and shit, and they ain't taking classes, and a lot of them push them through. So believe me, I seen it. I've done it. I've been helped too, so I can't act like I wasn't. But I took like theory of basketball and shit. Like,
no,
you can't fail that class.
You didn't take that class.
Yeah, theory of basketball. Fucking plays. That's the play I ran for Lou. That's the sweet Lou play that he missed the layup.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, only my partner, Mr. Sasson, would take theory of basketball in college, right? That's crazy.
My average, baby. Get that A.
That's it. That's all that matters. Got to make that average, right? Yeah. Miss Angelica wants to know what's up with them Yankees. How we looking? Are they even 500? I knew it.
Yeah,
Uh,
the
well,
same song, like you said earlier with
yeah, Shock
digital.
G. Yeah, same
Same
song.
song. Coming to
Uh,
playoffs, we fucking striking out all damn night.
break out the guitars.
Yep.
Yo, so let's do something a little funny. Let's have a little funny story share real quick. So evidently, the ex-mayor of New York City, the feds just ran down on him. Apartment raided by the feds.
Rudy.
This is like, you know, I've never been a fan of Rudy, and a lot of people seem to forget that when 9/11 happened, the city hated him. I don't care how they felt during and after 9/11. Prior to 9/11, the city hated him. Don't get it fucked up. And specifically after 9/11, the New York City Fire Department hated him. Those guys that were working under his tenure, they hated Giuliani because of what he did to them with the funding.
Rudy fucked up my money.
Rudy fucked up your money, kid?
Hell yeah.
What happened?
We was getting money in the fucking Jacob Javits. You know, when he fucked up the fish market, the Jacob Javits, all that shit. We was getting bread, bro. We was getting money like $30 an hour. And back then,
what were you doing then?
We were setting up the
sweeping the floor.
No, we were setting up shows, like just bringing out the trucks.
Oh, okay.
And then they would unload it and do it. But he was just carting it out, getting lost, coming back, making paper. So Nick Falco. Shouts to Nick Falco.
Salute Nick Falco.
Nick Falco.
The funny thing is, how were you a lawyer getting ran down on by the feds? You were just the president's personal lawyer. You know what I mean? Giuliani, to me, is a dirtbag. And it's not because he was Trump's lawyer. Nah, he was a dirtbag way before that. You know, you look at, these are the same people that want to cast judgment on how we live our lives. You know what I'm saying? This guy divorced his wife on national TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's grime bullshit.
Yeah.
You know? Married his cousin. Oh, we didn't know. Get the fuck out my face with that, man. You didn't know
shit
you
with Boras, hilarious.
What?
Yo, that shit is crazy.
He's like, I went from 6 to 12. Hold on a second.
That shit was real too.
You know he was getting ready. He was like, oh, she Russian too? Oh, yeah, it's about to go down. But he's a dirtbag. His son's running around the White House like he's talking about running for mayor now. Like, dude, get out of here. Like, I think his daughter's the only one that has some decency in her.
Right.
And even didn't she get bagged at Sephora like shoplifting?
Probably. Bro, I don't even after fucking ruining my bread, I don't fuck with Rudy.
Yeah. So Giuliani's, go fuck yourself. I hope I hope they take all your shit. Because when the feds come, it's usually because they got the goods. So.
Oh yeah, no, they don't. They coming because they got you. They talking football numbers. They're not. When the alphabets come, that's a whole nother ball.
Yeah, for sure.
Dime Wilson, dime.
And if they don't, you're gonna spend wild bread defending yourself. You know what I mean? Remember what happened to Irv Gotti? Yo, they spent like $8, $9, $10 million fighting that case. Basically wiped them out. So good luck, Rudy.
Yeah, no. Alphabet boys is they come is because they like, all right, we got you. What do you want to do? You want to do this, or you want to plea, or you want to go rap?
Yo, he knows where the bodies are buried. That's for sure. Look at that dude that used to work for him, Carrick. Carrick went up top for a long time. Like he died like a 7-year stretch.
Yeah.
And Rudy was like, I'm out. Hung him out to dry. He didn't care. So he stepped on somebody's toes. I got 2 other stories that I want to talk about, but I feel like they're a little too heavy. We're gonna run one out of the 2 because it has to do with a child. So evidently, this little young girl, I mean, she's 7 years old, and she was going to school, and she had this beautiful long curly hair. She's a child that's mixed. She's black and she's white, but she looks like a little white child. But you could see that there's ethnicity there. She had hair past her shoulders. One of the students decided, you know what? I'm going to cut her hair. So she comes home, you know, the little girl's looking all distraught. The father's like, yo, what happened to your hair? Oh, you know, Tommy cut my hair. And he's like, yo, you know, he's a working man. Calls up the school. Yo, listen, you know, you got to suspend Tommy. Like, this is crazy. 2 days later, more hair missing. He's like, what the hell happened? Oh, John cut my, what? Yo, listen, y'all got to suspend John. They, you know, a week goes by. The fucking teacher, I'm just going to show you the picture. The teacher did this to her. And he brought it to the school's attention. And they were like, yeah, you know, she did it. Well, you know, what do you want us to do? Want her to write you an apology? Now, listen, everybody loves their children. So how is it that you're going to face your daughter that you're supposed to, you know, be her superhero, her protector, and let that shit happen? And she doesn't want to leave her house now. She's like all distraught.
Yeah.
Remember we was talking about trauma before?
Mm-hmm.
She's a little girl, 7 years old. You know what that could do to her psyche, her self-esteem, her confidence. And like, why are we letting shit like this happen to our children? It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's unacceptable. You know, that's, you know, I'm shaving off everybody's head in the school. I'm taking everybody out. I'm sorry. Like
your daughter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, not happening.
And then the audacity. What do you want her to do? You want her to write you an apology? I do. I go to school, everybody. The principal, the fucking cafeteria staff, everybody's getting it. Show up with the clippers and everything. Like, yo, have a seat. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, JC had got into some shit like 2 years ago out here, and I went up to the school quick. I was like, listen, my son ain't no punching back, but he ain't staying hit. They suspended him too, you know. I was like, my son ain't no punching back, but he ain't staying hit for nobody. And I want to meet their parent.
No, they don't let that shit happen. They did it.
Their parent, because I'm gonna duff his ass out. I'm like, you know what? You gonna teach your son some fucking manners. Keep your hands off my son. Like, ain't never happened again.
Yo, dude, but did they tell you like, yo, you can't meet with the kid's parents, right?
Yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah, they changed all
There's
that.
Gonna be some fucking furniture moving here. That's why, y'all know.
Right, nigga. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, and you know, again, like you said, teach your kids some manners because you're getting that from somewhere, and it's not in my house. It's in your fucking house where he lives. You know what I mean? You know, in Florida, if you're getting bullied and you like a kid hits you and y'all start thumping, it doesn't matter who started what. Y'all both go to jail. Not the principal's office. You go to jail. That's
going to jail today.
It's bananas. It's Florida. You know, that's par for the course. So
it's just the world now, man. Just, you know, people like, you know, like, oh, this kid got killed. Oh, this kid's 13 years old, 3 a.m. What the fuck is he doing now?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, you're a bad parent. Like, parents got to step the fuck up too. Do your job. You know what I mean? Like, it's not always on everybody else. Like, I'm not. Like, that's one thing I tell people. Like, yo, you let me know if I'm not around. My kids is disrespectful. You let me know, because they ain't no better than that shit. That's one thing. They might not be the book smart. They might not be the, you know, the best in books and this and that, but respectful and stuff like that. No, that shit goes a long way. So you better have that common courtesy, but it's got to be reciprocated. Make sure they respect you too. You know,
for sure. It's one of those things. You know, that's another one. That whole shooting is just crazy. But then again, Chicago, the environment. You know, who knows if his parents. I don't know his parents' situation, whatever. Who knows the situation? But when it comes to children being courteous, respectful, I think those are just foundational items that you should be able to raise your children with. And if you don't, then, you know, that's
a big thing that's lacking, bro. Common courtesy these days. And how do you call it?
Manners.
Yeah. Like, just like,
yeah, manners.
Damn, what's the word I'm looking for, bro? It's like common sense. Like,
Well-
what the hell happened to common sense in this world?
Well,
Technology?
I
It
think
has
it's
to
a
be
lot.
technology.
It has a lot to do with technology. It has a lot to do with people being. There's a lot of factors. Technology is one. People are overworked too. And kids are inside kids. Their social skills are not the same, right? They're just not.
No.
Kids socialize differently. You know, when we were growing up, we was outside. We didn't want to be inside the house. That was torture, right? But now kids don't want to go. They don't want to go outside. You know, it's weird, you know, and it's almost like being in jail. You keep somebody locked up long enough, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And no interaction and no like social settings where you have to conduct yourself in a certain way, you're going to become a little bit of an animal. And
Introverted.
I think, you know, you have no social, no home training, as they say, because you get out into the world and you acting a fool and everybody's like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? You never been nowhere before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like that one kid that you invite a couple over and he's climbing everywhere and doing all sorts of shit. And your kids are looking at him like, yo, what you doing? And then you like, yo, you want to get this little motherfucker off my fucking table? No, don't take Jose down from there. He'll have a fit. The fuck he will when I knock his ass off this table.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. My kids don't even act like that, dude. What's wrong with you? But definitely that fucking internet and reality TV and just I think being inside is a huge factor. You know, kids need to be in, not Boy Scouts. Fuck the Boy Scouts. We don't want that no more.
My mom's never put me in none of that shit.
Nah?
You ain't going to Boy Scouts. You ain't doing
Belows?
camp, fresh air fun. You ain't doing
Blue
none of that
jackets?
shit. I don't trust a motherfucker out there.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy? Rosen didn't trust nobody, but we could be in the house till 3, 4 in the morning playing.
Yeah, come here.
Playing basketball in the living room.
Come here, do whatever you want. I don't care. Y'all ain't going over there.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. But it's sad, man, to see that happen to a little girl, you know, a little girl especially, you know. I think when shit like that happens, you have to beat the shit out of the teacher or whoever violates your child to set the precedent so that people understand, you know what? I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to fucking violate like that because look what's going to happen. And I think if that starts happening now, especially in this environment, just like with these people calling people the N-word and, oh, yeah, this and, you know, set the precedent. I bet you that shit will stop.
Ethan makes a great point with that because I always talk about that when we was growing up. The Sunset, you know, the Center for Family Life, you know, like those stuff. Yeah, the basketball, you know, the outlets we had, even food, man, like lunches, breakfasts.
Lunch?
Yeah, like, you know, a lot of guys did it through the summer. We didn't do it like the summer programs, but I didn't do the summer programs, but I would do the after school or we would do the basketball. And though, you know, like when they talk about like defunding police and things like that, if you're going to utilize it towards things like that, then I'm okay with certain things getting pushed into that, you know, pocket because there was, you know, the PAL, all that stuff. Like there's hardly any of that anymore.
The PAL is not on the block no more.
No, they don't close the block no more.
If Miss Morales, can you correct me if I'm wrong because you're heavy over there? Did they take? I believe they took the PAL out of 61st Street.
Summer?
Yeah, I believe they did.
Yeah. But even that, like it was a tragedy that led to that happening.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. That we had it good. We definitely had it good, and it was a different environment for us. Yep, they did take the PAL out. Yep, they did, and that's bad. That's bad. These kids don't got nothing, and they've taken all the arts programs and the music out of school too. And even the sports is a struggle to get your shit together with, you know,
with the sports. And then now with the COVID, the sports is even more. It's even more of a struggle.
Wow. It's terrible. All right. Let's look at this. Look.
It's legal now, Debbie. It's legal.
Yeah, it's legal now. You out of luck now with that one. Look at even Calvin remembers. Calvin used to be right across the door from me.
I had the apartment on 53rd Street. Nigga Jose tried to with a little ass pot, try to grow a weed plant in that shit. I'm like, nigga, that shit ain't gonna work in here.
That's not how it works, brother. That's not how it works. Oh man, but it's terrible. I mean, for the kids now, and you know, with that whole instance, that's not an isolated incident. There's shit like that happening all around.
I want to bring up a topic right now. It just came to my head. We're talking about legal weed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So people, parents, you know, whoever, like they're smokers. Are you smoking with your child? Are you hiding it from them? Are you open about it? What are we doing?
What's the age? Children is no.
16.
Yeah, no.
18?
No.
Oh, no, but you're a smoker.
Right.
Right?
No,
Let's say so you're hiding it from them?
No, well, let me say this. I don't smoke anymore. Right?
No, I'm just saying.
No, right. I'm trying to hypothetically put it in the best way possible. I don't smoke no more. But if I was still, you know, smoking, I don't smoke in front. I've never been one to be like, oh, I'm just gonna smoke a blunt while my two little toddlers run around. Never. That shit is hood rat shit for me.
Right. No,
right?
Here, come here, puppy. Give you a shot.
Shotty. But being that loose, I guess is the best word, with a teen and even an 18-year-old, like you would have to be super fucking much. You would have to be in college, have your own whip that I didn't give you not $1 for.
So is it being hypocritical, or is that good parenting? Like, what is it then? Because I'm saying, if you're okay to smoke, but you don't want your child to smoke,
I don't want my kids eating cake for breakfast because it's bad for them, and I don't want to encourage habits that. Listen, you're still living under my roof. How the fuck are you telling me you're responsible and control shit? And you want me to let you smoke? I don't think it's being hypocritical. It's being responsible. You know what I mean? It's like the whole shit with kids saying, "Oh, I feel like a girl, and I'm gonna dress my son like a kid." He said he feels like a girl. He can't even wipe his own ass. You're letting him tell you he's a girl? Like, it's responsibility. You have to allow people to grow up. You lead and nurture them so that they can get their own mind and understand who they are as a person. They mature. They demonstrate, you know, their maturity, and then we can discuss maybe me knowing that you smoke in the proximity or whatever. But to be, here you go. Nah. That's not the move.
I always found that curious, and now that it's legal, it pops in my head even more because I used to see it, like, you know, parents and these guys smoking and they're hiding this, and I'm like, maybe you should stop. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want your kids doing it. Maybe you should stop.
What's the legal age to smoke weed now? I'm assuming because
I would say 18.
So?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think over 17, you're an adult. 18, you're an adult. 21 to drink. But
yo, you know, I'm glad you said that. 18, you could go fucking blow some shit up, go to the country and kill people, but you can't come here and have a bar. You can't go to the bar. That's fucking retarded.
And some places it was like 23. No, I remember clubs doing like 23 to party or something. I remember they
25.
had 25, yeah.
Because they wanted to keep all the young stupid motherfuckers out. You know, because they drink and they don't know how to act, you know?
Yeah. Please. At their parties, the 40-year-olds don't know how to act. Fucking people.
Flashbacks. I remember you was looking at my man.
I'm like,
the
what?
PTA. Yo, son, those are the best though. When the older folks get loose.
I hated you in high school. Like, what the fuck? Right.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Sorry, here's a drink.
Calm your ass down. But I think
take a hit in the bathroom.
Oh my God. What was it? Mambo Lounge? Dude. One time I went there and I was like, what's the rave about this place? The shit is like, man, empty.
Nah, bro. We used to go to the Green Owl.
Where's that at?
Like the shit on 57 and 5th, whatever. I think it was Green Owl.
The Irish bar.
The Irish shit. We used to go there, warm up, go out partying, and then like come back and still you see niggas in there after hours, still boom, boom, boom. Yo, the dude used to throw like I think like ammonia and fucking chlorides together. Like that shit would like steam up. Yo,
To
just
get
to
the
get
out?
people out of there because they wasn't leaving. And you see motherfuckers drinking still, like, trying to get that last drink in there. Yo, that shit was crazy.
Yo, Mambo Lounge. I'm wondering why it's like empty. And I'm like, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom. Yo, son, the line,
Trying to get in. I'm trying to get in.
yo, dude, it was retarded. And I was like, oh, this is why.
Man,
Everybody's
the bar's empty, and then there's a bouncer in the bathroom. Who you with? How many?
yo,
2 in the stall. Come
yeah,
on.
crazy. The bosses, and like I'm busting a pipe, and you just hear them, and I'm like, I'm never coming back here, like ever in my life. That place was a fucking disgusting dive, like crazy. All right, let's chop it up. It is the end of the show. However, this Sunday, we are gonna have Miss Maria Perez and Miss Emily. I may mess up her name, Miss Emily Bennett.
Bennett.
These two young ladies are entrepreneurs. They started their own business. They're fashion, fitness, health, and wellness coaches. They're going to come onto the set. They're going to share their story with us. We hope everybody can make it out for that, especially you ladies. You're curious about what it takes to start your own business. You're curious about
everything.
Yeah. You're curious about, getting yourself healthy, eating right, getting spiritually correct. This is the show you want to see. So this Sunday at 7 p.m., come check us out. We're going to have 2 great guests who are definitely making moves, and they're influencers, and I think it'll be good for everybody. So come check us out. So we out of here or what, man?
Yeah.
All right, let's run this track. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been real.
Stay safe.
We will see you this Sunday at 7 p.m. Peace.